aspirant storyteller here. I hope you are well. It is Sunday the 3rd of October. Can you believe that we are almost near the end of the year again? Isn't that absolutely crazy? It's almost a year since I returned back to YouTube. That year has flown so quickly. So first of all, a huge thank you to everybody for their well wishes regarding my mother. She's fine. I'm glad to say she was released from hospital on Monday, last Monday, that is a week tomorrow. And yeah, it turned out to be a really nasty chest infection, which I guess is a hair's difference from having pneumonia. So we're really pleased that she's good and she's recovering and got lots of antibiotics and steroids to try and build her back up. So yeah, thank you so much everybody for being there for me, and it meant a lot to read your lovely comments and well wishes. So thank you from me. So this week I'm just doing another ramble. I'm enjoying these little impromptu discussions. They're very easy to put together, and it just means I can give you regular content without having to go weeks and weeks without posting anything, because normally a lot of the videos that I dream up and decide to create are quite complex to put together, like the Titanic video was. So for anybody who has not visited this channel before, it is an ASMR channel, which is very softly spoken and whispered to help you relax, unwind and sleep. Those are my simple mission objectives. And if I'm successful in any shape or form in any of those, then it's mission accomplished for me. So how's your week been? What have you been up to? Have you been working? Have you been to school? My week has been less eventful as last week. I'm very glad to say. That job that I was offered, I've decided to let it go and not pursue it. I weighed up all the pros and cons against Amazon, and despite there was a lot of perks, a lot of great things about the job in question, it didn't quite give me the freedom that Amazon gives me. So I decided to stay at Amazon for a while. The 3-day week really makes a lot of difference for me. And funny enough, the other night I was walking out of my fulfillment centre and I'd realised I'd forgot my bag, which I keep my lunch in. So I turned around to go back to the room where I kept it with these refrigerators in, and on my way back to the entrance I realised I was accompanied by a gentleman who I didn't know. So I started talking to him, and he was very pleasant. He was a leader, He had the leader high-vis jacket on, and he asked me how I was enjoying my job. And I explained that, yeah, it gives me a lot of freedom off the 3 days off, and I was enjoying it. And he asked me what I did beforehand, because I did tell him I'd never done anything like this before. So I told him that I was previously seagulls, yet again. So I told him I used to do media and comms, and he seemed really impressed by that, and he asked me if I would be interested in doing some videos for Amazon, well, our local site in Amazon. And he revealed that he was the manager of the entire site. What was the chances of me going back for that bag and talking to this guy? So he asked me what I did film. I told him that I had a YouTube channel and I did lots of other writing and movies and things, and he seemed genuinely interested. So he took a picture of my badge, because that's how we identify each other in Amazon, is through our logins. And who knows, I could be doing some videos for Amazon. Maybe just like some communications between the local colleagues. So I also had an idea of doing some kind of video newsletter. So who knows if that is something that could go ahead as well. So yeah, there you go. That was a nice little surprise on Friday evening. So who knows if he will take me up on the offer. Other than that, everything else has been pretty quiet this week. The nights are drawing in very, very dark here in the UK at the moment. It's now getting dark around 7 PM. And that will start getting earlier and earlier as we approach the winter. So Halloween is coming up as well. It's a nice time of year, is the last quarter. I like the lights and the celebrations that we have. And I've got a few videos lined up for Halloween, which I haven't filmed yet, but it's definitely on my slate. One is a video store roleplay, circa 1985. So my brother is an avid collector of vintage horror movies. And I was at his the other day, and I was just so bowled over by the amount of classics that he has on VHS and Betamax. So I asked him if I could loan them off him and maybe create a video store environment, and I could be the video store attendant. And that is one of my plans for Halloween this year. You come to rent a movie from the store and I'll help you pick which one is the best one. Or best ones, if you want more than that. So yeah, that's one idea I have. I'm actually off work all of next week. And I should have a little bit more time to start creating some different videos. So I'm really excited to do that. So the new James Bond movie has been released. Has anybody seen it yet? Apparently it's one of the best. And I was listening on the radio on the way to work the other day, and they were saying it's the longest James Bond movie. Clocks in at around 2.5 hours, on almost 3 hours. And it is Daniel Craig's last outing as Bond, which is a real shame because I really do think he is the part. When I was working at the cinema that I mentioned in a few videos ago, or a few rambles ago, we were really excited about the release of Bond. And I think it has been held back for such a long time because of COVID. And I was going to wear a tuxedo and greet people at the door and show them to their seats in my best James Bond attire. But unfortunately that didn't happen because I did actually resign when Amazon came up. So if anybody has seen it, let me know if it's any good and maybe I'll check it out. Of course, as the darker, colder nights start to come in, we start watching a little bit more television. And what have you been watching? What have you been watching on Netflix or Amazon Prime? Because we tend to watch, well, I tend to watch more streaming content than scheduled TV. And something that was recommended for me in the flavour of Halloween was Midnight Mass. Now I haven't seen that yet. It is on my list to watch, and apparently it's a little bit Stephen King and a little bit Stranger Things-ish. So that's something on my horizon, and with me being off next week I might indulge and watch a few episodes and see how it is. So I'm really looking forward to a week off next week, so I'm going to have at least a day dedicated to doing some videos for this channel. But I'm also going to go to Almouth, which is my favourite place in the world. It is a beautiful seaside village in Northumberland, up the coast towards Scotland. So remember, I live in the northeast of England, and Scotland is kind of just a little bit further up, about an hour away from where I am now. Not far at all, maybe more than an hour, but not much more than an hour. So the Northumberland coastline is full of castles and rugged beaches and rolling hills. And of course Hadrian's Wall, which was a fixture which has been there since the Romans invaded Great Britain. And I've not been there for many a year, but it would be good to see it. So I'm going there for a couple of days, and yeah, just to unwind and relax. And maybe I'll shoot a few video scenes when I'm up there, just to kind of share with you how it is. I can always stick it on the Storytellers Ramble video, which is always just a case of catching up with you guys on a personal level without role plays and reading, which doesn't give me the chance to reach out and have that intimate kind of discussion, if you like. And of course, I'm always up for suggestions of any videos of any kind that you think would fit in with my style and content. I'm planning on doing some reading videos very soon too. Maybe just me reading to the camera instead of the camera view focused on the book. So I've got a few ideas in store for that. I'm also digressing again, because I do that quite well. I've got an application in for the British Film Institute, and it's a wartime drama, and I'm waiting to know if I'm getting an early development payment toward its research and development. It's a lottery to get that kind of gig, I think. There's thousands and thousands of applications in, and I'd be very lucky to progress any further, but you've got to be in it to win it, as they say. score.